item quality evaluator, quick tool for example, editathons. So let's say on Wikidata you are interested in Star Trek, or really any other topic, but let's say Star Trek. You have this item, and like every item, it has an ORIS quality score. So that looks at stuff like how complete is this item, how many references does it have. And for example, the item for Deep Space Nine has a quality score right now of 4.91, which is out of 5. So that is pretty good. Probably not the one you want to spend a lot of time improving. But when you look at what else is there in the Star Trek universe on Wikidata, then it looks like something like this, and is super overwhelming, and oh my god, where do I even start? Nice club, right? Exactly. So I would know where I start putting work in here. And that's why we have the item quality evaluator. And basically, it's a tool where you can put in a list of item IDs or a Spark query, and then it will get the quality score from ORIS for each of those items for you. So here, for example, I get a list of 100 random items related to Star Trek. And then it will get me these 100 random items, and for each of them, the score. So for example, Tears for Eternity here has a score of just 1.85. The lowest score is 1. So that's a pretty bad item, and I now have something that I can easily spend some time on and know that it will have that it will make things better. And it will also tell me that on average of those 100 items have a quality score of 2.34, which is kind of okay. And now if people want to improve the score of an individual item, there's several ways how to boost the score. For example, you can add labels in more languages that are missing, or you can add descriptions in more languages where it's missing. You can add more references for any statement that doesn't have a reference yet. Then if there are references that point to Wikimedia projects, replacing them with more appropriate external references also boosts the score. Adding missing statements is a good idea. Adding images and adding external IDs, so links to other databases, websites, catalogs, and so on. And for anyone who's a bit scared by creating the Spark query to feed the item quality evaluator a bit with, you can try out the Wikidata Query Builder, which hopefully makes it fairly easy for you to create the Spark query you need to feed into the tool. And to the links, there's a user script which adds the little ORIS score to each of the items as you browse Wikidata, which is this article quality user script. And there's documentation for how to enable user script linked in the slides, which I will upload to comments. The item quality evaluator is on Toolforge, and the query builder is available on query.wikidata.org. And with that, thank you very much. Give it a try, especially for editathons and similar. I hope it will be fun.
Thank you, Lydia. We have a question from Jean-Fred. Is this domain aware? Like adding images doesn't make sense for a lot of things, so it'd be strange to downrank such items for that reason.
Right. So it is not super smart in that sense, but I think you can also look at it relative, right? So for example, if I have a lot of Star Trek episodes, then which one of those is the lowest ranked one is probably an important question, and improving that and adding an image might or might not be the best thing for that, right? And I think it's also not realistic to get, and desirable and necessary to get the OR score of all these items to 5, right? Because that's really, really hard and doesn't make sense, as you say, for some items. So I think you do need to add a bit of context knowledge, like, okay, adding an image here makes sense or not. Yeah.
Thank you. And a question from Nicola. Does this tool work for lexemes? And generally, has there been any ORS work on lexemes?
No, so far we have not spent time on OR scores for lexemes. But I think we are reaching the point where this actually starts to make sense. Since ours is being replaced with a new system, it might be best to train that new system, though, on lexemes for that. And I think it would also make sense to start collecting showcase lexemes or really good, well-modeled lexemes, so that we can have that as a training base for lexeme quality.